It is semi-final Saturday in St. Catharines. We have a provincial battle at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. They are still perfect at this year's Scotties.
They were rolling right along, undefeated heading into the final round-robin game. However, Manitoba had Ontario's number, beating the home team on back-to-back nights, including the 1-2 page. Now, Rachel Homan needs a win if she plans on becoming a three-time champion.
Krista McCarville, and the magical ride continues.
Krista McCarville knows what it takes to win in the playoffs. Last year, Northern Ontario won the 3-4 game, followed by the semi. Now looking to repeat here in St. Catharines. A win tonight gets you a chance to dance for the title. The Battle of Ontario continues next.
It's always exciting. A final Saturday night at the Scotties. Semi-final Saturday here on TSN. The Meridian Center will have a brand new champion this time around as we bring you into the Meridian Center. And there's a team that has won 2 Scotties titles before. Rachel Homan, she won in Kingston, she won in Montreal. Joanne Courtney still looking for her first ever Scotties title though. In joining this team. Meantime, the competition, Krista McCarville, Northern Ontario. Rachel Homan beat them 7-6 in round robin play in an extra end. And we got the provincial battle rematch tonight. Take your allegiance, people. Coming inside the building, glad you're watching our coverage on TSN. Brian Mudrick with you, and at 27 years of age, what a career so far for Rachel Homan. She has 2 Scotties titles. If she can win again this year, she'd be the youngest skip to 3 ever. The next closest, Sandra Schmerler, when she was 33 years of age. Her only loss all week long coming to Manitoba and Michelle Englot. Meantime, the competition, Krista McCarville, we know she can win with hammer, and we know she can steal a game as well. What a performance earlier today in that 3-4 page playoff game. It was Steel City in St. Catharines for Northern Ontario. She actually stole the first 7 points of the game. Let's show you what happened in 5. McCarville already won their top 4, and they would guide one more in there. Lovely touch, lovely draw. She would steal 2 in that end. It kept coming. Go to the 6th end. There you see the house. McCarville going to come off her own stone and try to kick that red stone aside.
8.
Here comes the out-turn throw. And she was clutch again. Bang it, roll it over, move it enough, and she lies 3. And Chelsea Carey could not recover. She stole 3 in that end. Krista McCarville wins 8-1. She curled 93%. How about Ashley Sipola curling 99% in that game? They were fantastic. So, next up, it is the semifinal. An All-Ontario battle winner will take on Michelle Englot in Manitoba for that championship gold medal tomorrow. With more of the game, let's go to the booth and join Vic Runner.
Hello, Canada. Nice to be back with you. Cheryl Russ alongside. We expect the atmosphere to be ramped up tonight as this All-Ontario battle goes. Now, some people will suggest that it wasn't so much Northern Ontario winning earlier today, but Team Canada losing. Chelsea Carey really did have absolutely no touch at all. And so you wonder if, in fact, Northern Ontario takes anything out of that game.
Well, they do. I mean, Team Canada definitely struggled out there, but they struggled because of the pressure that Northern Ontario put on them. They took a page right out of Manitoba's playbook. They pushed Ontario, and they made them play back at them. It worked for Manitoba. It worked against Team Canada this afternoon. Make those angles, set them up, put that pressure on them.
They are from the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay, skipped by Krista McCarville. They have a very young third, Kendra Lilly, and they have an experienced front end. And you wonder if, in fact, that's where, if they're going to pressure Ontario, that's where they have to do the setting up.
Well, that was what was so impressive this afternoon, Vic. The combined, that front end was 93%. They put the pressure on. They started the ends. They set them up. And what else was really great is watching Krista know when to push that front end to start putting the pressure on the opposing team. And
Kendra Lilly at third. That was the focus today in her battle with Amy Nixon. She won it hands down as Nixon struggled. She's been all smiles all week, really. She's had a wonderful go. When it comes to the Ontario team and out of the Ottawa Curling Club, you see the cheerleaders from the Ontario Hockey League, Niagara Ice Dogs, two-time Canadian champions. They win 10 straight until that final draw. Then they drop 2 in a row to Manitoba. Now, people will say, okay, you're overthinking this. But I wonder if, in fact, they do have something to worry about.
I think they do have something to worry about. I really do. You know, the best defensive team, maybe arguably in the world, gives up 18 points in a row to Manitoba in 2 games. That can't sit well with the team. But the percentages are still good, Vic. They still made their share of shots. They just didn't get the broom in the right spot early. They weren't reading the ice right. They didn't pick up on it quick enough, and they panicked after that.
And, of course, all skipped by Rachel Homan. Last night, Manitoba went stone for stone, rock for rock with them. We'll find out what Northern Ontario's game plan is when we come back. Big scrum, just touch it and come over. Just touch it and they move on back. Simple, Potts on the front, off, come across, Buffet. And you're sitting 3, and that will bring the family and fans to their feet.
The 2017 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue. Purex, 90 years of pure comfort. The 2017 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
So it is the Battle of Ontario here in this semifinal, the North against the South. It's time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Kristen McCarville, skip of Team Northern Ontario. Our lead is Sarah Potts. Our second is Ashley Sipola. Our third is Kendra Lilly. And we curl out of the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Hi, I'm Rachel Homan, skip of Team Ontario. Our lead is Lisa Weigel. Our second is Joanne Courtney. Our third is Emma Miskew, and we curl out of the Ottawa Curling Club.
Well, Ontario, with just that one loss, finished at 10-1. Northern Ontario at 8-3. One of those losses was to Rachel Homan, 7-6. That was their third loss. And so by virtue of that, they get the last rock and the stones. So Ontario will have the hammer here in this first end of play, playing the yellow, Northern Ontario the red. And to get us underway, Sarah Potts.
I think that's a big comfort for Ontario. In the 1-versus-2 game, Ontario had yellow. In the this afternoon in the 3-versus-4, Northern Ontario had yellow, so they've been forced to switch to the red stones. Just a comfort.
Keep it going, keep it
Haven't heard a lot of chat this week about the rocks or any issues with them.
Let's go.
The other comfort for Ontario is hammer. They got down quite early, as we just talked about in the opening, to Manitoba. Kind of forced the issue a little too soon when they didn't have the ice quite figured out and were burned. So they can take it easy here for a while till they get things figured out ice-wise.
Normal.
This is a little surprising to me. I know it's center line. I know it's top 8. But I didn't think Ontario would come out and hit right away. And did you think that? I thought they would go corner. I still thought they'd go after them.
I agree, Ontario. But you know what? Maybe this is because of what's been happening to them. Give themselves a little time to breathe, a little time to figure out the ice, comfortable. And it is the first end. They move on to the second end with hammer.
Yeah, but it's not them. Again, I know what you're saying, but that's just not the way they usually play, Russ.
Well, I think my argument on that would be they haven't been them the last 2 games. They've just struggled to give, like we said, 18 points. It's a lot of points. I think the fact they have hammer And this is the first time they've been in a sudden death game. The you know, all through the round robin they were pretty safe. Let's face it. The 1-2 game you get to live till this one, but this is it. And if they win 1-0, they'll be happy with that too.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game. We'll start with Northern Ontario.
Well, you have to look back to the game. They just played 93% draw on that success and on the draw weight success you had. They could feel it the entire game. And then Lily, who wouldn't want more Lily? She was outstanding in that game, 92%. You know, she's responded so well under the pressure.
Lily Bouquet, very good. Boy, Russ. Now it's all on you, partner. Here we go.
It's a tough one to beat.
Keys for Ontario.
Lost 2 in a row. Remember that you're the 2-time Canadian champions, and you only get 2 more games to do that again. So that's all they have to do. It's all about the memory. They can do this. They've got, nobody else here has won this thing like they have. But what went wrong was reading the ice. So speed read, get on that ice right away, or do what you're doing now. Keep it simple until you can figure out the ice.
Keys to the game are brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. Well, they don't have a coach anymore, not a hands-on coach, Ontario. Brian, although they still do hear from one Mr. Morris, don't they?
And that is Earl Morris. He was their longtime coach and mentor for this Homan team. And I talked to him today and asked him, what did you see, Coach, put on your thinking cap in those 2 losses to Manitoba? And he told me he's been really a cheerleader all week long. We've seen Earl here a few times in the crowd watching, and he said the one thing I did notice is that maybe a little too aggressive, a little bit too early. And case in point, you guys were talking about that in your keys. He's not surprised that this is a very open end thus far. He said maybe we're trying to give up a few early and then hit that home run, trying to go 3 or 4 right after, and we don't need to do that. The other thing that he mentioned, he's been texting them, and he texted them all this morning, and the message was pretty simple. He was cheering them up. He said, listen, you guys are a great team. You're 2-time Canadian champions. You're one of the best teams in the world. I like what you're doing. And he also said, and I think this was the best advice, he said, a lot of teams have won from this position before. You guys are no different.
Up and down the sheet we go here in this first, and there is Earl Morris. I know this is all about analytics, and they do have Adam Kingsbury on the bench. Do you believe they really need some hands-on coaching, this Ontario team?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do. I think the analytics is brilliant, too. I think there's no stone unturned for this young, talented team. But Earl's the type of guy, or like we said before, they had Marcel Rock or they had Richard Hart, some really high-end competitive player that gets it. And they'd say, if you notice it's getting a little bit dished on the outsides, you might need a little less ice on the inside-out draws. And the inside draws are going to run a little quicker. And those are the type of things that make a great team even better.
We talked about it, Russ, with Homan's team, how we'd seen them play ends differently this season. But this was exactly what they did last season. They blanked the first end every game pretty much that we saw. So maybe going back to that comfort and that success they had past season.
Out of the University of Ottawa, Adam Kingsbury will know every shot statistically, but he is not a coach. He has played, he does curl, but he's not a coach. And so now you're left to your own devices, the 4 players trying to figure out what's wrong.
It's interesting to bring it into the curling sport. It's in NFL and it's in basketball, looking for those trends. And what I found interesting is he just doesn't look for the trends on his own team. He watches trends on opposition skips, if they struggle with an intern, if there's a big percentage difference in their draw versus their hits. So, you know, trying to find that edge.
But all those football teams have coaches.
They do.
Exactly. Exactly.
You can. Go down.
Nice, thumbs up. Yeah.
10. Okay.
Okay.
You just have to look at the 8 deliveries on the sheet of ice right now to see why both these teams continually do rise to the top in all these events.
Well, I would say that these 2 teams this year worked the hardest away from the Spiel circuit on their deliveries, practicing. It was probably the two teams that practiced the most.
Skip Stone's here in one, trying to hold this now for McCarville. And
Just down, eh? Yeah. I got a 10.
they'll hang it on the back edge of the 12.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see more of that, Cheryl, too. I think, one, it's time and money to go to all these events, but it can take away from that practice routine that everybody needs to be at this elite level.
How much weight?
Well, you've talked to teams who do a lot of touring, and
Normal weight.
they've told you. I mean, we were in that
Normal? Yeah.
airport. Was it Calgary or Las Vegas?
Vegas.
Vegas. And teams are saying that we just don't practice anymore. We're just busy traveling and playing.
I was talking to Thomas Oldred, was one of the guys I talked to, and he said we just can't. You know, they're in Norway, the Spiels in Calgary. It's it's pretty difficult to do it on a regular basis.
Clean. Yep. Oh. Clean. Nice one.
Right to the nose.
Yeah, I don't know, Russ, you and I were talking about a few years back where you know, your Spiels were only 3-4 days long. You'd come back, you wouldn't play for another 2 weeks. You'd throw rocks every day. You'd throw a lot of rocks every day. These teams come in between Spiels. They have 2 days. They get their life organized, repack their bag, do their laundry, and I don't think they practice. I think that's, and then the confidence goes a little bit if you don't feel technically sound.
The other thing is the way the teams are built for the most part. Even this Northern Ontario team, Kendra Lilly is in Sudbury, so they're not always practicing together. Very rarely, you know, you're getting that one player who is, for lack of a better term, parachuting in to a team who's allowed now.
Okay, good.
So they're usually on their own somewhere, if not all four.
And I think if anything, Team Homan is proof of how important it is to have 4 players that throw identical, the same releases, same rotation.
How are you throwing it?
See, throw just a little harder. It won't come up like that at the end.
Yeah. Like peel?
Yeah.
So first stone went in, and we've been playing up and down the sheet. Now trying to close this out and looking for the blank. Here in one, Rachel Homan. There it goes. Semifinal of the Scotties here in St. Catharines when we blank the first. 44 curlers started the week with a chance to drive away in an all-new 2017 Ford Escape SE in the annual Ford Hot Shots competition. That number cut down to just 2. In the final, a Battle of Ontario. Teammates Rachel Homan against Emma Miskew. And the skip dominated the final, scoring a total of 21, including a brilliant 5 on the around-the-horn triple takeout. Ontario's Rachel Homan wins the Ford Hot Shots and a 2-year lease on a 2017 Ford Escape SE. And for most of the week, she was the team to beat, the Hot Shot. Rachel Homan going into that final draw against Manitoba, 10 straight wins, but then Michelle Englot beat her to pick up that #1 seed and then did it again last night, winning the 1-2 page playoff. So Manitoba is through to tomorrow night's final. They were out here earlier this evening, I'd say around 6 o'clock local time, and had a good half-hour practice session. As we welcome you back on this Saturday night, 1-2 page playoff of the Scotties in St. Catharines. First end was blanked, and so once again, Ontario will have the last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Yellowstone. So center line guard went up.
Line's close. 9. Pursue it.
And then around went Ontario. They went deep, back edge 4. Northern Ontario followed that up. Corner freezing, but they are deep as well. And this is Lisa Weigel.
And unlocks that and sets up a freeze. This is where if you're Northern Ontario, you start to watch these rocks building because they're just moving stuff around. trying to set up the angles for a big end. And that corner, or that center line guard's really long. It's almost like it's not a guard.
Yeah, you can't throw any speed in there, but you can certainly get it anything.
Whoa, guys,
As a hack waiter.
Line's good. Line's good. Gotta go for weight. Line's good.
This is a beautiful spot here, Cheryl. It
Hard
runs
line,
relatively
yep,
straight, so
hard
right
line.
about now,
Hard
about
line.
8-10 feet short of the hog line, and as you call it, the break point, and it will break. There's no lack of curl all the way in.
Sarah Potts, Kendra Lilly.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And look at that, the over curl as it peeks out now the other side. That center line guard.
I saw.
Freeze on the yellow or on the red is
Either
fine.
one. Okay.
Okay.
You'll see teams talk. We've talked a little bit
Yeah,
when
speed
you
seems
play
safe,
against
so
Homan's
it's
team.
either-
Is sometimes you get fooled on where to put the broom down
Okay.
because they have such an in-out straight release. And they can take probably the same ice that Northern Ontario did, but because they throw it different, won't get as much curl at the end.
Joanne Courtney.
Line's good. Six. Make sure it's here.
I know, a little light.
Line's good.
6 would mean top 4 foot.
Gotta go. 5-6. Hard him.
Now, miscue.
Keep going, guys.
Weagle.
5-6.
This is a good carry for them if they can get it there, but
Right to it.
it was one or the other. They said the time to come down or take the corner freeze, and they'll take the corner freeze.
Great rush.
Pretty nice.
Just a tiny bit. Yeah, not too much more.
Still room to get in there, though, Russ.
There is, but it's a small spot to aim at, and you tick off that yellow, you're certainly not going to be happy here. They got to be a little careful here in Northern Ontario. I love the aggressive play. I kind of criticized them earlier in the week that they played to Nova Scotia, for instance, and just kind of ran them up and down. Next thing you know, they're tied coming home. So. But you have to always be aware when you don't have last shot, and somebody like Rachel Homan does.
Line only. How much? Back 4. Yep. Yes.
Now.
Yep. Hard.
Now.
Hard.
Now, Lily Potts. Oh, how's that? Take that. Whoa.
You gotta out-yell her, right? You gotta out-yell her.
It still looks like that Yellowstone is shot rock.
Why did we touch it?
Yeah, we touched it, so now it's on an angle. It's not.
Touch the top one.
Oh yeah, we rubbed the top one.
Are you sure?
We've seen this run straight, right?
This is first down the path.
So it
Think
should
it'll
come
up
up.
a hair.
Okay.
Looks like the right ice.
Make sure we're solid. New puck.
You
Guard's fine.
angle this
Yep.
back, you get them both?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. There's no good spot, really, for Team Northern Ontario to put that.
No. Normal. Never.
Never. Joanne Courtney. Still never.
Really close.
Still nothing.
Curl.
How close is it? That close, that good. And that was a hold your breath.
They had to wait on this. That's not like the Homan team usually using their brushers.
Great shot, Joe.
Really great guess in a new spot for that weight.
Spot's getting pretty greasy fast. There's a lot of out-turn draws here.
Okay, room.
Kendra Lilly.
Room. Gotta go. Okay, go. Line's good.
Sipple
Line's
and
good.
Potts.
Yep. Hard line.
Gotta go.
Hard. You gotta go really hard. 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 Hard.
This is going to be a struggle here.
Hard. 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 Now bounce off. Bounce off. Go. Go. Go.
And
Bounce
trying
it.
to bounce it off.
Top's not there. It's overlapped. Yeah.
And got caught right in between with that. You want to bounce off more or try and get it around, but the stagger doesn't help.
Okay. Top 4.
Can't use it.
Light's okay. The light's okay.
Even if you touch this and sit there.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's pretty good if I touch
Yeah.
it. What do you think over here, Em?
Top 4,
Well, I
guys.
threw it. It's just a hair wider than I threw it.
Playing in
back
an
to,
awfully
but it ran
small
really nice.
Okay.
Good job
area here, but
yesterday.
it's a good chance if you can
Okay,
wrap
top 4.
around.
Line's really
Emma Miscue.
Looks really light. Go.
Rachel Homan liked it out of her hand, liked the line call.
4. Gotta go.
Well, here are 2 of the best in the game.
Keep going.
Courtney and Weagle.
Don't touch the red. Don't touch the red.
We're not there. We're not there. We're just a 4.
Caitlin. Whoa, 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 whoa. Little bit. Yep.
And they knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't want to bump that red up because you unlock that overlap. Suddenly they can push it up.
Yeah. They can. Great awareness.
Try that.
Because if you're a little light, at
You're
least
exactly
you
right, Vic. If that red one gets to there, and then it's so easy to tap. Now they can't.
Okay. But how will they have that? It's overlap.
They won't have
I don't
that.
think they will.
Do you
No,
think
I like the straight
same
draw to the
speed?
button.
It'll curl good.
I think a hair more on this side. So, yeah, more weight for sure.
Yeah, if Emma's was any indication, a little bit light on hers. So if you get T-line weight, might not finish quite as hard.
Just a newer spot on the ice, isn't it? They've worn that out, turned down pretty good. Not this side.
Line only right
Line
now.
only.
Stay close.
Line only.
Weight's not bad.
Weight's good.
Yep. Hard. Hard line. Hard.
Can they sneak it in here? Lily.
Hard.
Sipala and Potts again.
Bounce it. It's bouncing.
We're bouncing.
And trying to, yeah, they do. They bounce it open.
No, that's really overlapped.
So a couple of stones
So weight would have been
light.
great.
Both sides, both turns by Lily.
Right behind the sheet, and Kendra threw that very in out with a positive rotation. Almost impossible to hold.
But back to what we talked about in the afternoon game, it's a little bit more curl outside in, and you saw both Emma's and Kendra's curl that little bit too much with perfect weight.
Have to deal with it.
Should be good. Weight's good. Clean it. Whoa. Control. Clean it. Yeah. Just control.
You have to get across the nose here, Rose.
Yes.
Come on, please. Whoa.
You even kick your own a bit here if they get a chance.
No, and across the nose they do get. Oh boy, now what have they left here? Is there a chance now to get in?
Close. Nice throw, Em. Yeah, it's good.
They left a little bit of a stagger there.
Maybe half, eh? How much of that can you see?
You see something else?
Yeah, there's that top double.
Yeah. My next one.
Got half. A big half.
Can you do that?
I like
think so, and it should come up off of here anyways.
Yeah.
It's Northern Ontario's second shot.
I like it too. You got it.
At the back, I believe.
Yeah, that's what makes it, you wonder what to do here, don't you,
Yeah.
Cheryl? Because you've got the double, which is, you got to get by the guard pretty tight, but the double's easy, but then that gives Rachel a chance to sink one in there. If she makes it perfect, she's good. If she doesn't, you can get out of this mess. But
Think they're as good as a 10?
the draw is tough, Cheryl.
Yeah, it's we've watched it, and it's almost impossible to get there.
So I don't disagree with this, but it obviously, well, even if it's made successfully, Holman has a chance to
Try
sit
and
two
stick
buried
there.
with hammer.
She can't,
Like stick
because
around
of where
there.
she has to hit this, she can't sit anywhere up top. Right?
No, I don't think so. I guess you could. Yeah, I guess you could nose it, but you got to run the risk of not getting that double.
Okay.
Little high side. You can probably roll over a couple feet. Oh, it's pretty buried though.
It is.
It's so soft weight double. They're not easy.
Easy 10.
Krista McCarville and her first.
Yep.
As we play in the second, we blanked the opener.
Whoa.
Ontario with last draw.
Hard, Sarah, hard.
Hard. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta go. And one.
Go. Hard.
And we'll spill it.
Okay.
T-line, 4 foot. And so now Ontario is sitting 2 with last draw.
That was the problem. You had to throw so light.
Need more weight.
They made the
I
situation
think if we
worse.
hit it in the right spot, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
I thought it would curl more than that for sure.
Yeah, the draws had gone so hard there.
I think bite the button's pretty good. And we want to leave it half open, I think.
Yeah, to guard that enough.
Yeah.
If we ever come right down to it, is that
No, that's fine.
okay?
It's gotta be there.
It's gotta be
light.
Can't be late because she's got.
Yeah.
Right.
Northern Ontario can get in this way.
Here now?
They can get that raised that way.
And you keep
Rachel
a little bit extra from your
can't guard both of them, so it's all about offense. You get it in here, and you heard them say it doesn't have to be totally buried. If you put it maybe in this spot, it also guards that double that's there right now. There's a double right there if Rachel can't take it away. So.
I had a 14.5
But the red-
on Kendra's that was frozen to like full 8.
The red that's sitting top 8 is still there for Northern Ontario.
Yes.
Right?
It is.
But if you'd ever get this tickling the center line top 4 foot, you'd take everything away. They know the spot too.
Really good awareness by Joanne too. She went down to make sure it's okay even to freeze to their yellow. That'll work too.
It's close. Okay, line's a bit tight. Make sure it's there. Wait's close. Just make sure. Okay, line's great. I think we gotta be aggressive.
Rachel
with
Homan.
this. Line's great.
And her first.
Gotta go. Wait's close. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Line's great. 6-7. Line's
We saw in that
great.
game
Wait
against
only. 7.
Manitoba, the 1-2 occasionally.
Gotta get this to curl, Joe.
The front end of Weagle and Courtney overcooked a couple of stones. Boy, I don't know if that early brushing held it up or it just didn't curl for them.
I think with those 2 brushers, Vic, they can change that as we talk about the break point. If they jump it early, it just delays the curl and takes a totally different path.
So I didn't want to hit the same spot. Hers worked. Okay. So
let's go bumperish.
Yep.
Okay. What about hack?
Sure.
You think hack, bumper?
I mean, it'd be nice to sort of get one of these
Yeah,
out.
get this out to here, eh? At least. Yeah, okay. Let's go.
You can get rid of one and roll in.
Yeah, the only thing though, Cheryl, if you throw some weight at this and hit it dead on, it's a draw for 3. I think that's easier. They're looking at it now. Up here, any angle at all, there, or somewhere in between, you're a winner.
No, I mean, at least, even if we
And then how do you get it out? If you do tap it into the pocket, how does Ontario deal with it?
They probably don't.
No.
They probably don't. I like that a lot better. Maybe if you tick that top yellow, kick it out of the way, and just stay nestled on the button, you might steal.
On this side, I think it'd be 4 to tee.
thinking like here.
4 is easy.
I think go there.
The top one that Rachel just threw, if you kicked it behind the tee line and then just nestle in the pocket, I don't think Rachel's anything to come off of. It would be buried. Big shot here, boy, because you could miss this completely with this much ice, and it's a draw for 4.
405 to tee.
Okay.
So last one didn't curl.
Hit it thin?
This spot's quicker.
There's a few options, right?
Yeah.
We can hit it onto the shot line. We can hit it over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what kind of weight are you looking for? Back
So
8?
like back 4, back 8.
Boy, that's a lot of ice.
Yeah, I want to say 95 then for back. Yeah, 90, 95.
Yeah, because I think, okay.
That's almost draw ice, Cheryl, and you have to throw more than that. If you throw maybe hacker, you'd miss this.
I think she's trying to throw maybe back 12.
Final stone for Krista McCarville, trying to tap up their rock right now, sitting top 8 into the pocket.
Whoa!
It's like a big yellow mitt, just waiting for them. Now the question is weight and angle. If they can hold this, do they have enough weight to tap it back? Oh boy, I don't know. And they'll crash out in front. And what an opportunity now for Ontario.
That was good weight.
Your weight was perfect.
It's curling more outside in. They did beautiful weight. They just guessed
Oh,
wrong.
this time. I don't know about this time.
They are sitting 3.
Normal and just try to hit and roll, and that way we can't play it close to that. I know, but we can't play lightweight. Even if you go into it, it's still 3.
Is it tap there on this one? That's a pretty high guard.
Almost buried. I don't think it's there. I think that's the call. I can't hit this high. We can play it this way. I don't mind this way. It's not going to curl to that. Okay. What kind of weight?
I mean, when you think about
Do you like
the
down
importance
normal?
of the last rock, the hammer,
Even if we,
think about what happened
hit this, it might
in that
sit
final
there
round
anyway.
robin game with
It might just
Manitoba.
stay there anyway if we
The
couldn't
big
hit
4.
this.
The 4 cracked by
I think we
Manitoba.
can't go too light 'cause of that one, but I
Then
think we can
last
throw
evening in the
full.
1-2,
Okay.
Manitoba had the last rock, scored 2, and then they just exchanged.
Yeah.
And of
So I
course,
think
there
we
was
can-
the
I
steal,
think
and
it'll
it turned
hold.
around
Yeah.
probably on that
I don't
steal.
think control's curling to touch
So
that.
a chance here to get 4.
No.
I like the call there. I assumed they were throwing like a hack weight at it, and I was more worried about them taking too much ice, but that was not much more than T-line, and away it went.
Gone.
How much weight? I think I need an inch more. Okay. Yeah. How much for you? Control.
This pass should be up to speed.
Could have played any weight into that, Cheryl, because of the catchers,
Yeah,
as
you-
opposed to the soft stuff.
Yeah, you're never going to lose it.
Yeah.
Had a lot of backing.
How dangerous is this? And touching that stone top 8 foot.
They're throwing enough weight at it, Vic, that they're making sure they don't come anywhere near that.
Final stone. Sitting 3, Ontario.
Yeah. No.
Emma Miskew calling line. Looking for the little in off here. Sitting 3. Sitting 3. Sitting 4. Would have been just the way Earl Morris would draw it up.
I want to make sure we didn't lose
And works really well. The dynamic is really good.
Yep. 5. Yellow. 6. Come on, Lisa. Come on.
Their communication and the way they sweep, they're both insanely dedicated to the game. Working hard both off ice and on ice to be the best front-end tandem that they can be and trying to be the best in the world. Emma's been amazing. She's been with me kind of through everything, and we know each other really well.
I can get that to deliver across the gems. Yes.
She knows a ton about the game and is an amazing line caller and obviously thrower, goes without saying. But she's just a huge part of this team and lucky to be able to play with her for all these years.
4 of the best curlers in the world, and they put 4 on the board in the second. Ontario and Rachel Homan, as we welcome you back on this Saturday night to St. Catharines Championship weekend of the Scotties. And in the third will be Northern Ontario that does have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones. All 4 members of this Ontario team stepping away from their professional lives for the year, committing themselves to this, the Scotties, and then of course the Olympic trials to be played in Ottawa next December.
Okay, line's good. Line's good. Try and get them even.
A huge commitment by Homan and company.
Oh, it looks like it's here, I think. Okay, it's curling
even,
now.
guys.
Those are all the factors you talk about to allow these teams this level of performance is being rested. And so to do that, you have to put careers on hold for some of these teams. It's tough to do everything and come into events. And, you know, and it was interesting with Homan this year because I think they stepped back from so much play and they set goals for their provincials. Their goal was to come out here and win this in the world. So a little simpler season for them with some rest and recovery in between.
Well, we talked about that with the learning from last year, you know, jumping on a...
Watch out.
You got one, jumping on the red eye from Vegas, coming here to throw rocks in practice for the provincials. Didn't get through the provincials. They had a really heavy schedule last year, and I think they just looked in the mirror and went, wait a minute. It's like riding a bike. We don't have to do it every single day. Let's just stay fresh. And they still played quite a bit, and they played all the top teams all year, like you should, on arena surfaces, which like you should. But they definitely had more time to practice and rest.
Probably the biggest single motivation was sitting on the couch last year watching the Scotties.
Yeah, that wasn't the rest they wanted.
No, but that would be a lot of motivation.
Easy. Line's good. Have a look. Have a look. Whoa. Easy. That's good. Good shot. Good shot, Ash. What'd you have?
So the winner of this Scotties will represent Canada at the World Women's Championship in Beijing. And should the team medal at those Worlds, then they would pick up a spot in the Roar of the Rings. We already know, though, Rachel Homan is there. They'll get a spot in the World Financial Group Continental Cup and then return as Team Canada next year. That was the thing that was the missed opportunity for Chelsea Carey last year in Swift Current when she was Team Canada. Had she been on the podium, she would have picked up one of those spots at the Roar of the Rings. But she missed that opportunity. You know, we were talking in the break, and both of you were saying how aggressive Northern Ontario was. Surprisingly so, considering they didn't have the last rock. Last night they made every shot in that second, and they were aggressive. Or earlier today they were aggressive against, Team Canada.
Exactly.
Put pressure on Team Canada. They didn't respond. They just didn't make shots, to my mind, Russ.
Yeah, that's all that happened, and they kind of had that one hurrah with the last shot, and I just think they didn't quite throw the appropriate weight. I know Krista threw it. She throws it so good. She threw the weight she wanted, but the groomer she wanted, but I don't think that was the right weight call. You could have thrown any speed in there, kicked out 2 rocks, or at least got into the pocket and held Rachel to the maximum of a 2. By throwing the draw weight, it just took off on her.
I like that call. That frees it.
So this is difficult. We know what
I
the
think so. In this line, yeah.
Manitoba team thought going in, and in particular their coach Ron Westcott. That's why that last rock was so important last night. If you get behind this Ontario team, it's difficult to come back.
Oh, I was just thinking that they're just such great front runners, and it's frustrating. The rocks, they can move, the angles they see, and their accuracy, and we've watched them all week, especially Rachel. She's been making cross-house doubles and slashes, and that can be frustrating and make you push pretty hard.
Go. Can you bounce it? Go, bounce it. Hard.
And they'll overlap up top. And Lorraine Lang knows how difficult it can be, because now, Russ, you're forced to, with no corners up, try to bring the game into the house and try for a freeze on the stone shot rock top 4, and look what you've done here.
Exactly, and these games can go from bad to worse. As Chelsea Carey, you start trying harder and harder shots, and you know, if it doesn't quite work out or the other team makes a great one, all of a sudden the degree of difficulty is right off the charts.
Whoa. Yep.
Stay with it. Good, Em.
Hold it to the back
It all
8.
depends on how you release
1,
it there.
2, 3, and you've got to come in again.
Nice shooting, Em. Really good. But if
The best you can do in these situations for Northern Ontario, and you've had that conversation at the break, is get our deuce, force, get our deuce. I mean, tough to do against a team like this, but that's all you can. Try and set up an angle, force a mistake. They've seen mistakes from Homan in the last couple games, especially when the pressure was put on.
Well, let's go back to how well they were playing defensively, this Ontario team, averaging 3.6 points given up through the first 10 games. Boy, then they give up 9 in the last round robin game. They give up 9 again in the 1-2, and you go, where did the defensive play go? Well, maybe we're seeing the defensive play tonight.
But with this much curly, aggressive stones, what happens at this level is the team that's down drastically just starts taking all kinds of chances, and you either come back or you get blown away.
would it all go if I hit it though?
Well, why don't we just go nose then?
Because I don't want to be a guard.
Can we go a little low and smoke it?
Then she's gonna freeze here, and I'm guarding them.
Okay. Well, if we're just missing ticking this, it's stuffing it. It's not the end of the world. I think we have to play it that way, to just tick it.
But do you want to play it to go across and get them everything?
Sure.
If anything, I had a quarter and it's fine, right?
You get it there. This one's gone, and this one's going to redirect onto the yellow, but it will be spinning. So if you get it just perfect, you should be able to get it with the weight that Rachel Homan can throw.
I don't know that I can.
To curl right out of there.
How much are we trying to hit him?
Thick half.
And when Emma said, why don't we just bang it right on the nose, that red one on the center line, the response from Rachel was, I don't want to be a guard.
No, she doesn't want to leave anything here. You pick this and you're fine. You just don't want to leave them something to come around. When you're up 4 points, it's about making rocks go away.
Skip stones.
Pretty big. Yep.
Here in 3.
Whoa.
Rachel Homan.
Yep.
Emma
no,
miscue.
No.
with the line call here. Angle this back. And she'll run it across the top. Remember one of the things we heard from Rachel Homan last night in that 1-2? Very early, she said, I just can't find the line.
Yeah, exactly. And my only criticism I can say for this great young team is they went really, really aggressive when they weren't sure of the ice, and it really cost them.
Interesting to see when you think if there are indications to you, Cheryl, that in fact
90, it's come down a hair.
Okay.
Cheryl Rachel tonight does have a feeling for line and for ice.
Well, and I think what happens too, she had it all week, and you feel so confident, and you just expect it'll be there. So not so much when she was playing yesterday, but I think she looks very confident out here today. You can tell by the way she's talking.
I even like the strategy call there. Just grip the top one, which is the easiest way. Now there's going to be two reds grouped together here. There should be a double.
Whoa! Yep! Gotta go. Yeah! Last weight! Whoa! Whoa! Weight's great. Close! Close! Yes!
Potts, Sipola.
Hard!
We'll try and bump this right up, and she does. To the pin.
Very, very nice.
Corner frozen. Shot rock. With the hammer here in 3.
New shot.
That's good, yeah.
I got a 13.
Definitely a little heavier. Eh?
Here, H.
Like I shot a 90 for my tap. My one top 12 was 407.
No, you shot a 90 on your tap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my tap was a 90, and that one up there is 407.
I don't think there's any way to get both these, is there? Across the face, it'll drag, and you hit it thin on the right-hand side, it just redirects into the yellow one. I think they're just going to kill this one.
Make one go away.
Oh. Good.
Like a dart.
Clean.
And that's what they'll do.
What a beautiful tap freeze by Kristen McCarville.
She will not go away easy. That's the advantage she has playing with confidence. They just played a brilliant game in the 3-4 game, and so you just got to keep that in the back of your mind.
Right to it. Just draw?
Yeah, like a little tap, because that was.
You have to unlock it, have to move that yellow stone back.
More ice
The back 4.
Yeah, I think I like a little more ice. That's the same, eh?
I'm just curious. As if we're shooting less weight, though.
Yeah. So about a 4 then?
Oh, I think a 95, yeah.
Yeah, you need to tap this a bit, otherwise you high side get you a single.
Remember what Cheryl just said. If you are McCarville, you look at this and you see, okay, they got 4. We'll get 2 now. And then we force, we get 2 more. Slowly get our way back into it. But first things first for Northern Ontario. Get 2 now. Here in the 3rd.
Can't hurt it. Go.
Can't hurt it.
Yep.
Can't hurt it. And right up to it. There you go. Oh, the Moose loving it. On a Saturday night in St. Catharines. You're down by 4. You got to get something going. And if Northern Ontario should come back to win this, could this be the shot that they'll remember?
This is so hard. The hardest shot in curling is the freeze. The 6 feet of ice, curl around, tap, freeze. Perfect is even harder. Brilliant.
Led to a draw for 2, and they're on the board with a pair. The key shot is brought to you by Cashmere. Nothing feels like Cashmere.
Really good. Yeah.
So Northern Ontario responds with a couple in the 3rd. Ontario continues to lead at 4-2 in this semifinal of the Scotties here in St. Catharines. And here in the 4th, it will once again be the team from the Ottawa Curling Club, skipped by Rachel Homan, that does have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Get it tight, guys.
Yep, hard.
I think this is one of the toughest situations in curling for the team without hammer, because you need to force in order to do that, or maybe get a steal because of execution. But in order to do that, you have to ignore some rocks in play, and you don't want to give up a big end. You don't want to give up a deuce and go back down your 4 points.
Well, exactly. Again, come back to that 4. They didn't execute. They put the pressure on, hoping to make the shot. And if you don't execute, you give up 4.
Exactly. So now you have to execute, ignore some rocks, set the rocks up. It's rock positioning here, and take some risk.
6, 7. No, needs to curl. 7. Got to curl. Needs to curl. 6, 7. Ton of weight. Oh. No. Hard.
That leads to a point, Russ, about when we always say don't be reckless.
Looks like back there.
But is McCarville better to try and force? I mean, you're right. Go to what Cheryl says. She doesn't have last draw.
I think.
So if she decides to go stone for stone, she's going to have to make some shots. Is she better maybe to wait, see what Ontario wants to do, and respond to Ontario's play, or does she lead the play?
Yeah, no, you can't. You just can't do that against a team like this. You know, if let's say Northern Ontario throws one in, Rachel hits it, then what do? You just have nothing. I think it's at this point, it's only end number 4. It's cautious offense. You try to push the envelope like they're doing. 2 guards. They got a little bit of a break from Ontario setting up a double. Now they've got a realistic chance to put pressure on Rachel's last shot, and that's all you can do. But you can't leave 3, 4, or 5 Ontario rocks in play just in case. It's not that late in the game to gamble.
Weight's pretty good. Heavy.
Whoa.
Ashley Sipola making the double.
Nope.
Joanne Courtney follows it up.
It's good there.
And we'll roll it to the tee line. 12 foot.
What do you think for me? I think so. Yeah.
And here we go, ignoring it.
Do you think a 4 for me? Or
I think a 4 for you is close.
This is a perfect example, but you threw those 2 center line guards there. This is how you can put some pressure on Ontario.
And those 2 cards are absolutely perfect. Like most games, it's just one mistake, isn't it? You know,
Line's good.
if
Room.
Krista whips that first angle raise in the second end, it's a different story. So now they're going to have to climb back in this thing.
Line only, line only. We're there.
No. Sarah, you got to go. You got to go, Sarah.
Go, Sarah.
Really hard.
Go.
You got to go.
Gotta go.
Keep going. You got to go. Every inch. Go.
Keep going, Sarah. Keep going.
Wow, look at that finish. My goodness, you never thought that had a chance. I mean, that was out middle of the 8 foot as it hit the rings.
Good speed, Sarah. Good speed.
That's the spot we saw so much curl in the second end.
It's trying to rip some things off the front.
It is with the score. Open it up.
But because they were lined up so perfect, there was no chance for a double peel for Joanne Courtney.
Okay, high guard.
Yeah. Get out there.
Okay.
Double guarded again, and you've got that chance.
20, 30. Yeah, like it's more like a, yeah. 20, 30.
Sorry, Kendra.
Yeah, sorry. I see it.
We talked to the girls for a few minutes after the last game. They found the ice just a little bit faster than they did in round robin. So they just felt like they had to adjust, slide out a little slower, and the guards will be tougher.
Even bigger crowds, it warms up the air temperature, makes that surface of the ice a little bit greasier.
Great.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
Highs.
If you can, Sarah.
Little bit. Yep. Little bit.
Yep.
Go.
Nice,
Good.
Kendra. Nice shot.
You might see Rachel hit the tight one now.
Really nice. Try it, no?
Okay.
Peel.
Oh, they're going to try the double.
Can. One's fine.
Rachel Homan needs to realize that it's the dangerous one that's close to the rings. I thought they might go after it.
Emma Miskew. And away it goes.
Sleeping.
Kendra Lilly Kelly said to us after the game that she threw one guard that she felt like she had completely stopped before she let it go. It's just that fast.
It's a little more.
And it was something out to the wings as well, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Something similar to this, but going the other way.
Just muscle memory. You're just not used to kicking out that slow.
Stay close, Sarah.
Closer to half. Don't want to. You're
Okay.
gonna have to.
Okay, well then.
Oh, might have to.
Yep.
Go, go, go.
Yep, yep, yep. Hard, 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 hard.
Good.
Hard.
Having a good look at it now, the second.
It's a little tighter.
Cam.
3/4 now.
Yeah.
You don't think we can come around, eh?
Not yet.
Rachel, just itching. I want to come. I want to get the shots going. Not yet. No.
Come on. Gotta go, Lisa.
Oh, watch this nose now. And they're going to stuff it. And they're going to get one. They ran it back. They got shot rock. It still stays there, the exchange of stones. But now you've got two corners, one tight and one longer covering the edge of the floor.
Well, that's the key, and both the centers are guiding. You've opened it up a bit.
Nice throw.
Closer center.
Pretty unlucky, really.
No, I thought we were.
What do you think? About halfway?
Yeah, I'm thinking about here.
The only thing that
Okay.
you don't like
There?
for
I think so.
Ontario
It's
is your draw path is
I know.
blocked off both ways.
Yeah.
Try the double peel.
Although with the amount of curl on the intern,
About halfway.
probably can get right to button.
Do you agree?
About 15?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah.
Rachel Homan's method to her madness here is if you can keep that front open, and then Krista has to throw a lone guard on that lone rock. If it's not perfect with this ice, Homan has a great chance to score 2.
I don't know if it's quite half. A little past half. Not quite half. Me.
Hold the line. Line's good. Hold the line.
Doesn't need to curl.
Over and off.
That out turn that
Over and off.
took off on them in the second end.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
It's
look
over.
at that go. Over and off.
Good sweep.
Yikes.
But long enough they can get in?
No
Was
question.
that 20?
I had 20, but still, yeah.
Boy, I thought they'd take a crack
Whichever
at it.
you know. I don't mind the intern again, as long as we, like, straight peel's fine. She has to guard it again.
Yeah.
I still think this side.
Wouldn't you?
Let me
No,
keep an
okay,
eye
now.
on the crowd. Okay.
Wouldn't you go after shot rock?
Well, I think this is a little bit from being burned in the other games, and they're realizing, hey, we're up a couple points, open it up. Even if they get forced to a single, the only way they can give up a steal here is by ignoring those guards.
So this yellow one, when they try it, the yellow could come in this vicinity to start with, but it's what I talked about earlier. Once they do all this, if they make this perfect, another guard goes up here, there's a great chance for 2 because there's so much curl. There's 2 guards right now. If they can cut it down to 0, I think Northern Ontario almost has to hit that yellow one. It'd be really dangerous trying to throw a guard up.
Rachel Homan.
Hard, Joe!
Oh.
Run it back and
There
through.
it is.
Are they going to get it? Yes, they are. Well called by Emma Miscue.
2 shots in 1.
Let's call him.
That's really good.
It's hard to stick that the way it was coming in. Like,
Yeah, I
the
had-
angle. You
I
almost
had
have
to
to
hit
miss
it.
it.
I did it thinner.
I know. I want to make sure we hit it first. It was like,
It's so straight.
double peel's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's hard to make a perfect guard on this ice. Like,
Well, that's been true since Rock 1, Draw 1. Putting the perfect guard on is
that's
not easy.
Exactly.
right
That's
to
what
it.
I was just saying. And Rachel knew that. Even if she didn't make the other one go away, she had a chance.
Okay.
And they'll hang it right there on the edge.
I think you can. It's
It's even something for teams that don't play on this arena ice that often to get used to that. Oftentimes in straight club ice, you'll throw the guard all the time. But when you come to arena, sometimes second shot, we've talked about it many times, coming in is the better option.
Yeah. How's it going to run out here? My hack didn't do much. Okay. There's a bit of a table out here. Careful. Okay. I'm going to throw it careful. Yep. One's fine.
Final stone looking for the blank. Running out of territory. Courtney has to back off, and away it goes. What a wonderful first for Rachel Homan. That run back double to get shot rock off the forefoot, and they blank it. Rachel Homan continues to lead at 4-2 Ontario over Northern Ontario. I know it's one thing about the throw, but for me, it's all about Emma Miskew holding the draw.
It was. She saw this. She saw this line call. She knew this was an option, even if you didn't make the back one. But she does double peel and gets the back shot.
And as you said, it looked really as if Northern Ontario was setting themselves up to steal.
Oh, for sure, no question about it. If they only get one guard there, they loop a second one in. Rachel will be drawn against two.
Instead, it leads to a blank. And Ontario continues to lead in this semifinal on a Saturday night. The Scotties in St. Catharines. It means that once again Ontario will have last draw. They have the Hammer playing the Yellow Stones as we go to 5.
Okay. I think about it, yeah, so a little more, right?
A little further.
Yep.
Almost all the top leads, men's or ladies, are getting so proficient at that tick shot. But Emma was probably the best at it, certainly in the women's game for quite a while. Probably still is, and the reason for it is the weight she throws. That was T-line.
Not in, guys.
Yes, they bumped the opponent's rock into the rings, but they managed to roll the guard basically out of the forefoot. And if they want, they can now hit the one in the rings.
I don't want to be too far over. Oh, sorry, we thought you were coming around
It's
this.
so hard to throw like control weight or board weight at it. It's just like laser eye surgery.
Pretty good. This comes up a little normal. Easy normal. Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa's pretty special. I mean, the idea that she plays it one way. I mean, I used to like the way coming across the face, and that would take. You might actually play a little bit more weight at it because you came across, and as you came across, it took some steam off the stone.
Off the one you're hitting, yeah.
No worries. Good. Really good.
But most people play high side now because of that gear effect where the your own rock will slide a little bit farther. So you make sure you don't kick the opponents out of play because that's illegal, but your own one has some action on it.
And oftentimes her shooter rolls right into the rings. So you kind of get 2 out of 1.
So here's a wonderful example. Yes, there's guards, but they're a little off kilter because of that tick. And Homan has one in paint.
Gotta go. Line's good. Really gotta go. Line's good. Line's really good. Gotta go. Line's good. Gotta go. Line's
Weight's
perfect.
good.
Go hard. Oh, line's good. So
Weight's good.
Hard. You gotta go. Really hard. Curling hard.
Gotta go.
Hard. You really gotta go. Hard. You gotta get shot, guys. Gotta be fully in. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Sorry, guys. Great.
I thought we could get that there.
Sorry.
10, 20, 16. Oh.
16 seconds.
Carry through. Yeah.
It's in the rings. That is fast.
You have it?
Yeah, we do. It's one. Curled up, nice.
Like it high? Okay. Like a high one? So?
Yeah, I think we need a guard.
Yeah. So I can throw a 30. Yeah.
Oh, they're talking split time. So from back line to hog, 4.30 seconds. That is probably the fastest I could ever remember throwing on.
Downhill.
What happens too when the ice is that fast and you're sliding it so
Okay, well,
slow,
line.
oftentimes you
Line's
don't
pretty good.
crisp release out to the broom. You're afraid of adding weight.
It's true. Everything's in slow motion, including the release.
And then it'll over curl.
Okay.
See a lot of the guards doing that, don't you?
A little bit. That's good. No, guys, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Now, really good throw.
Making sure we're throw half.
Okay, right through. Yeah.
I think I know why. Still surprises me. You've got the last rock. I know they're not yours, but you have the lead. I'm answering my own question here, but still somewhat.
That's the way we like it here.
Yeah, thanks.
You just talk amongst yourself.
Good, thank you. Thanks. But I am because I want to see rocks in play. I want to see the aggressiveness. She's not going around Rachel. I know she's got the 2-point lead, but go around, do something, or am I wrong? Am I right off base here?
Well, would you? Like, I guess that.
Yeah, I guess I would because I'm not smart enough. But the point is that I understand why, but she's an aggressive skip. She's got a team that can play well, can make all the shots. So I guess I'm disappointed from that. But I understand.
But no, I understand your point. Michelle Englot might. You know, she might keep the pedal down. It is an opportunity to probably win the game, but all it really does is create a bit of risk. What if is the problem? You bury one, maybe McCarville makes a pistol like she did 2 ends ago, and they steal one, now it's 4-3. So just playing the odds. That's all it is, I think.
Looking at the scoreboard, we watched Michelle, though. She didn't pill 2 center guards to Vic's point.
Exactly.
And so definite preference, but 90% of the time with the score.
What'll have to happen here now is Team North Ontario will have to go around everything, I would think.
Well, so further to my point, if now she's going to go out in front again, when McCarville goes, now she's dictating the play.
Mm-hmm. True.
If Rachel goes, if Homan goes, now she says, come and get me, believing that my people, my players can make their shots.
And it's the cat and mouse besides. It's what's the other guy going to do? I didn't think Northern Ontario would throw this last guard here because they only have 2 rocks left.
Yep, go Sarah.
You could see Rachel Homan go around now.
Go Sarah.
I think if you're going to go around in Ontario's case, you'd have to do it late. You wouldn't do it early.
Keep going. Keep going on it. Keep going on it. Good shot. Good sweep.
Nice sweep.
You're going to run it again.
Nice sweeps.
If I was going to be aggressive, I think I would have gone on the shot.
And somebody said, we got to go now.
Northern Ont, yeah.
Right.
Yep. Please. Good. Nice shot. Good. I know. Well, she's going to have a double peel.
No, I know. And run.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
We can go back.
Those 2 reds are lined up perfectly.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, but I mean, we go back and then we go top 12 on my next one if she makes a double peel, right?
No, I don't mind. Just T-line-ish.
Okay. You were here for those guards, so I think here should be good.
The nice thing for Krista McCarville is that it would be a red one coming in.
I like a little more separation, though, because of the triple.
Yeah, like a good 95.
I was talking T-line, but maybe you try and sneak one back 4. Makes a little more separation, a little tougher. And Rachel might just choose to freeze. It's always the back and forth of what the opposition's going to do.
Wait's good. Line only.
You got room right now.
It's way out there. We
got line good. Room's
down,
stay close. Room,
line not bad. Line only. I don't know.
Room, yeah. Wait.
I gotta go. Yeah.
Keep it alive to bury it.
Simple and Potts. And they will drag it to the top 4. And it's still showing a piece.
What'd you have? 90. Me too. Do you see half?
Yeah, just over half.
Throw hack, so if I wickedly stick on for a second shot.
Yeah.
Because if I tick them on in second shot and roll through is not good.
Sure.
Like the choice of weight.
Like a solid hack.
Yeah, this should come up here.
You might be able to see more than you think if you want to throw forward.
Yeah, it's almost an automatic too. If you make this shot,
Okay.
you remove the red, stay maybe where the broom is, unless there's a perfect hit and roll. You exchange takeouts for a deuce. So, and low risk. That's to answer Vic's question. That's really what it's been all about here.
She's always so aware of this hack weight where you could maybe, if it does overcurl, you can come in, sit second and third shot.
We crashed the top garden roll on. It's not bad either.
Hey, do you think this will be a little fresh in here for weight, or should be okay?
No one's thrown here, right?
I think you can think
Plant
solid
that
hack,
little
right?
seed, eh? Just go with one shot in mind.
Well, that's where your pre-shot comes in, when you reset, refocus on the shot and not thinking about plan B. That's up to the line caller.
This is what I noticed this week, that they're so much better at is this in-between shot.
It's quiet.
Okay,
11.
A little down,
Hard then.
says
11.
Courtney. And right away, she and Weagle pick her up.
Easy.
Just
Right
11. Joe.
Can't.
Joe. Yep. Joe.
Now some late licks.
Roll it.
Courtney.
Hard on the red.
Push it back. And hard on that red. And wow, just enough to push it through.
Kind of the best I could do there.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Good shot. Same piece, but a little more weight. It rolled a bit more.
Those brushers give you so much confidence to throw that down weight. Know they can hold it.
Make sure she's got that out. I didn't think you could hurt it.
You have to roll or you're down 4.
Because you can watch him.
But consider the way they are lined up. Do you want that roll right underneath? Do you want to show a piece? Do you want to go to the outside?
I think I'd go right underneath, Vic. If you leave it open a bit, you just saw what happened. And it is a red double raise, so you could raise it right onto the red, leave it there, and it's a steal of 1. You have to hide this.
Close. Whoa, no. No.
And her last.
No. Go, Sarah, go.
Sarah Potts. Got to get across the nose. No, she'll bang it right there. Sit right there.
Good try.
Little guess, I don't know.
I didn't think we'd have trouble getting your first one buried.
No, I didn't think so either. Like, look at Ashley's curl there. I mean, it was top 12, but curl that much. I had top 4. You'd think it'd curl similar, right?
7, 8's good nothing. How much are you throwing here?
Control.
Okay.
Be positive.
Okay.
You can give me an inch more.
More?
Yeah.
Okay, control weight.
Much more confident.
Come on.
Rachel
Right
Homan.
to it. Come on.
All the way. They haven't let up here. Weagle, Courtney. Now it's the dust in.
Good job. Good brush.
And that's how you score a couple. Wonderful touch weight with the first to push out the Northern Ontario Stones. Bang it on the beat for 2. They lead it midway through.
The 2017 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Sponge Towels Paper Towel. Nothing absorbs like it.
The last rock really does mean so much. Last 2 games, it belonged to Manitoba. They scored a 4 in the final round robin game and then a 2 in that 1-2 page playoff. Now the hammer belongs to Ontario. Rachel Homan. This was in the second end. She makes the in off to score 4 and take an early lead. Northern Ontario responded with a couple, and now Ontario has added 2 more to take a 6-2 lead. We're midway through. Rachel's with Brian.
Rachel, amazing crowd, amazing start for you as well. The last time we saw you in a few games, you got down early and had to claw back. What's been the difference in your mind in this game?
I don't know if there's a difference. I think we had lots of strong games, and it's just been the difference of 1 or 2 shots out here. We got to stay tough. They're a really good team, and got to keep playing the way we're playing right now.
You guys feel now you're the same team that we saw dominating during round robin play now in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it was nice to kind of get the 1-2 and learn the ice, and Dave's just making it better and better, and we're really liking the ice and the rocks.
Good luck in the Final Five.
Thank you.
She's in very good position, isn't she? Leading 6-2. Both teams really playing well. In fact, Sarah Potts, the lead for Northern Ontario, is throwing the perfect game. Everyone in the 80s or above, but it's Ontario leading 6-2. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years, doing some wishful drinking.
The 2017 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's just really tough with the Brier. You never know.
I'm gonna pick Brad Gushu.
Brad Gushu. I'm putting it on Brad Gushu. I'm going to give it to Gushu in the hometown.
I really believe that Brad Gushu and his team are going to win the Brier this year in St. John's.
You're not biased at all?
Not at all.
Gushu's had an amazing year. I think he's going to do really well.
They've got all the shots. They've been playing well. There's usually a reason why you wait as long as you do when that's the case, and so for him to win it in Newfoundland would be pretty incredible.
Well, I'd like to see our BC boys there, of course.
Well, I'll have to go with green and gold. Jacobs for sure.
I'm going to go with Team Saskatchewan.
And Casey.
I think I'm going to have to go with King Edward from PEI and see if he's going to go right through relegation and sweep it all.
Yes, Mr. McKenzie has got to come through that pre-qualifying tournament to fill out the field of 12. But yes, Brad Gushu gets a chance to play at home in a very star-studded field for the Tim Hortons Brier. It all begins a week from today, March the 4th. We'll be in St. John's, Newfoundland. Well, the weather's been mild enough. Still no flowers are out yet. There are flurries actually in the forecast for this part of the Niagara region. Welcome back on this Saturday night. It is the semifinal of the Scotties, and the winner will go on to play Manitoba for this year's Canadian Women's Curling Championship. That comes your way tomorrow night. And as we pick it up here in 6, Ontario, Rachel Homan, two-time Canadian champion, does have a 6-2 lead, but it is Northern Ontario, Krista McCarville and her team from the Fort William Curling Club in Thunder Bay that do have the last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones.
See Joanne maybe take a shot at this double peel. The angle's steep enough. They didn't get him quite even.
Rocket. Just be positive. Okay, that's good, Joe. Phew.
Trouble running and keeping up to that one. It's coming so hard.
Yeah.
Try and get them even.
Even, yeah.
There you go.
I still
Just to
think
your point.
15.
Yeah,
Cheryl,
feels right
get them
up to the
even.
wing, yeah.
Yeah, Joanne's a little bit dangerous to leave them at an angle for. She makes a lot of those. She's the one that I really notice on this team that's worked very hard on her release. When she came into the team, the three of them threw all pretty similar. Joanne different, coming from another team, and really had to groom her release.
Got a curl. Got a curl. It's there. Got a curl.
What a compliment, though,
That's good.
for
Yep.
Rachel Homan.
Good shot. Nice shot, Ash.
Albeit
really
to go
good.
to Val Sweeting and take her off Val
Carry
Sweeting's
through.
team. But as Joanne said, look, this is a two-time Canadian championship team, and they want me. So
yeah, exactly.
Pretty hard to say no.
No. Clean.
And for Homan to recognize, you know, why Joanne was so special and her work ethic. She talks about it. She says she's one of the hardest working players mentally, physically. She's in such good shape.
Good shots, Joe. Good.
I think that was a lot of it too, you know, the shot making and the work ethic, all that. But you sit in the hack, you're Rachel Homan, you sit in the hack, you have to draw the 4-foot and an extra end or a 10th end to win or lose a game. That confidence of having a Joanne Courtney might get it that extra 6 inches to a
Close
foot.
to the same.
Makes a big difference mentally.
Mine's pretty good. We don't need to.
Okay. No, need it to sit. Come on, baby, sit. Oh. Come on. Good shot, Ash. Very nice.
So Ontario went through round robin at 10-1. They lost the 1-2 page playoff, so that's their second loss. But look at how they play. When they are on their game, 13-14, they're the best overall. And of course, as Cheryl mentioned, last year, missing an opportunity. Watching this on TV,
Hey,
that
make sure it
was
goes out, Lise.
what really led to them putting so much emphasis on this year, as well as the curling trials coming up in December in Ottawa.
Well, and because of their win to get into those trials, that was what I think was the real bonus for this team, because they could sit back a little bit as far as not having to travel and play in Spiels and chase points. That made a big difference to the team to be able to just stay and focus and practice more together.
80% win ratio there at the Scotties lifetime. That's insane.
Come on. Line only. Okay. We need it to stop.
Yeah, we need it to sit.
Ooh. Not moving
much.
No,
Come on, baby.
Are we through? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Inside out. You say it, Cheryl. I'm not going to say it. Inside out.
Is fast.
It's just a little straighter now too today, we noticed, which would also make it go a little bit farther.
It's not doing much.
So we were talking about the curling trials coming up in Ottawa. We already know 2 teams, Rachel Homan and Jennifer Jones. The winner of the Scotties, if they should medal, they would get one of those spots, spot number 4. If it should happen to be Rachel Homan, then it would go back to another statistical qualification.
Good, good. Nice shooting. Really good, Em. Good shooting, Em. Yep.
That one rock to work with.
You'll swoop right
There's
in
the
there.
Weagles first, a little bit past where they wanted it.
Yeah, I think not.
Try to get to the nose here. Use the top one as a guard and the back one as a wall. Might be able to throw in similar speed to what she just threw on her first one, because this will hit the hill and curl and lose a little bit of speed.
Yep.
Kendra Lilly.
Hard. Hard line.
Boy, it's really busting, isn't it? Goodness gracious.
Line. Hard. Hard line. Perfect. Drag it, guys. Hard.
If they save this, well, at least they get the rub off.
It's a little light, eh?
It was kind of that same path we saw in end number 2 where they overcurled.
It's so true. You know, they have it figured out now, but it might be too late.
Ooh, I don't know. That's really thin, Em.
Okay, let's play half a rock and just get rid of them both. It's hard to stick the 3 rock anywhere.
Okay, edge of rock, Teal.
Half a rock makes the red one go away. You'll lose your own too, but they're not too concerned about that when you're looking at the score. But if Emma thinks they can save it, and once she's 100% confident it's going to make contact on the yellow one, they might brush it and hit it as thin as they can.
Teal. How are you throwing it? Just through. Okay. Teal 8. Yeah, as long as you hit it, it's going in the red.
It's the awareness, knowing where every rock is, and the possibilities.
Queen.
Rachel Homan and her first.
Queen. Queen. Take the back one all the way.
Yeah, watch it. And away they go.
Rachel grew up in, Rachel's team grew up in Ontario, played a lot of Ottawa ice, a lot of Southern Ontario ice, which historically is extremely good.
The line made me nervous. Yeah.
They were the best hitting junior team by a mile, so they figured those angles out early in their career.
Weight's the same? Yeah. What, a 95? Yeah. 95 by 10, right?
Yeah, 95's good.
Okay.
T-line.
We were hearing splits of 4.0, 410. This is a little lower because of the amount of curl.
Yep.
Line's good.
Trying to freeze to the face.
Right on T.
Yep, that's all they
Line's
got.
good. Line's good. Room for now.
But line should
Close.
be
Yep.
okay.
Yes, for line.
No, line's good.
Syphilis.
Yes, for line.
Potts.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta
hard,
go.
hard, hard.
Come on, get down there, and they'll get there for shot, but not to the face.
Yeah. All right, I thought it was there.
Just over curl. Pretty good weight.
I don't know if
A little bit heavier there.
Hmm?
I feel like it's just a little bit heavier. Like it's definitely a harder kick. I think maybe just because it warps.
Yeah.
Kendra, except for to the wings. That's still really fast.
Down normal. We want to split the line here. Okay, Mara. How do you think it'll run? I don't think it'll do too much. Okay.
Looks with that broom that
yeah. I'll be straight with it.
you
Okay.
throw it pretty firm. You'd love to hit 3/4, just to hang around, sit 2.
Weight's good. Oh, whoa. Oh. She's got a girl. Good throw, Rach.
Well done. She was chatting. We were eavesdropping on Rachel Homan between the ends, and
Yeah.
in their just pregame and their fifth end meeting, she said, you know, I just feel good about it. I threw some rocks in practice. I have my draw weight down now. Compared to that indecisive last night when she said, you know, I don't know the line. There's none of that tonight.
That's so true. She threw a lot more draws in practice than she normally would.
Clean. Easy,
Make it
clean.
go away and start again.
Even clean. Nice throw. Good shot,
And they
Krista.
avoid the jam at the back as well. Northern Ontario down by 4. At the World Junior Championships in Korea earlier today, Krista Streifel and her team from the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton playing in the bronze medal against Korea. And in the 10th, Canada playing red stones and up 5-3 without last rock, and she guards the path to the shot stone, leaving the Korean skip Minji Kim with a run back to get a possible deuce, but just won't hit it properly. Canada steals 1, and they go on to win it 6-3 the final. So those in attendance celebrating as Brenna Velasi, Kate Goodhelpson, Chantel Broderson, and skip Kristen Streifel find the podium, picking up the bronze medal. Sweden won the gold medal by a 10-7 count over Scotland. So congratulations to Kristen and the team. We should tell you that Tyler Tardy, the Canadian men's team from Langley and Royal City curling clubs, failed to qualify. They were eliminated in a tiebreaker. Saturday night in St. Catharines, championship weekend of the Scotties. A blank in that 6th means that once again Northern Ontario and Krista McCarville will have the last rock playing the red stones.
Okay, you're good. Up normal. Up normal. Heel.
Oh, gotta hit half.
Half a rock. Yep. Just through. Yep. No. Real thin? Yeah. Yep.
Okay. A lot heavier.
heavier to the middle.
Wouldn't have minded even losing that yellow one if you're Ontario.
So same fastness.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this is the point in the game with the score the way it is that you look again at Northern Ontario. What do they want? Rocks? Any rocks in play?
Anything. They're running out of ends. You got to grab a deuce here like now or the 8th for sure.
And you'll use anything.
2 here and maybe a steal. Go crazy for a steal and 8, Cheryl. You're only 1 down.
Mine's good. Take a look. Have a look.
Got to make that
like
2
sliding,
happen
guys.
somehow.
This, though,
Oh, no.
is the perfect proof just how difficult it is to come back on a team skipped by Rachel Homan.
They just that's exactly it, Vic. How do you and I think Michelle Inglaud's probably the only team at this point that I can see because of all-out offense. They're not afraid to put rocks in play with or without the hammer, and that's where I think you push Rachel to have to play back at you. And early, they do it early.
Solid.
Okay, so
No.
help us understand, Russ. Put Michelle Inglaud on this ice, and what is she doing differently than what Krista McCarville is doing?
Well, I know what Cheryl's saying. Like they played so aggressively, a lot of soft shots, but I think Northern Ontario did too. And you really think back, the four-ender's been the only difference. You look at the percentages; they're identical to both teams. It's just that big 4, and Northern Ontario was aggressive.
They didn't execute.
Right, that's all it was. And even just the last shot. If the last shot's thrown harder, you might even walk out with a steal. And it really is this simple. I think when you're playing a great team, they're both great teams. Don't get me wrong, but you're playing somebody like Homan. You can't wait around for a mistake, so you have to create those mistakes. McCarville tried to create the mistakes, but it was them that made it.
Hard. Roll it. Go.
Well, they'll roll it in underneath cover.
They come around that yellow now?
Definitely straighter going to the wings.
You got it.
A little awkward now for Krista McCarville because now you have to work with those 2 yellows somehow to bring the red one into play.
Yeah. Hard. Really hard, Lee.
Emma miscue.
Keep going. Hard.
Run it back. Now they'll run it by. So you've got one on the edge, Northern Ontario. What can you do to bring it into play?
Well, you try and you play this. She's going to play this come around now, and then Rachel will probably run something back, and that eliminates 1 yellow, you hope, if she runs it at an angle. Just keep working away to try and get 2 out of 1, where Rachel will have to maybe remove one of her stones. Using the Ontario stones as guards, that helps. That's why, as you and I were talking, Russ, leaving any rocks in play here is only to Northern Ontario's advantage.
Hard.
But you've got to get it there. Sipila, Potts, wrap it around, get it by first. No.
It's coming tight.
Well, that's on her delivery, is it?
Weight was good,
And I truly think Kendra's talked all week about how fast it is, and it's right back to what Cheryl and I were talking about. You have to slide slower than you ever have, so the release tends to be the same speed, which is slower, and that slower release allows that rock to curl a hair sooner. Brilliant weight control. Just
do you like
either
normal or no? Yeah, sure. Okay, I think just make sure.
kick it out a little farther on your release or take a little more ice. That would have been perfect.
And you mentioned earlier she said that to us when they came for a little visit.
Yeah.
So you understand, is that in a sense also like pulling the string on it and just pulling back?
Yeah. I think like you've got a kind of a cadence that you put, X amount of rotation on a rock. When you're sliding that much slower, you tend to slow that rotation of your wrist at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
It's just the way it is.
Good. It's good, Em.
The way to fix it, we used to, before you're going to an arena event, practice just throwing one, so just over the hog. And the way you fix it is you have to slide out slower than you ever normally do so that you can put that add-on at the end without over adding too much weight to it. So it's something you need to be used to or practice. It's a technique.
I know I'm throwing this Sudbury Curling Club under the bus, but I know I played a game there before our clinic where Kendra throws rocks, and I don't know what it's like every day, but the day I was there, it was about the same speed as gravel. in the first couple of ends, and it was so black and white opposite to what they're playing on right now.
Well, you mentioned earlier this week, tell the story in Northern Ontario. I mean, at Thunder Bay at the Fort William, they can't replicate the ice. What they did was they got some stones and we sandpapered them and doctored them in a way that they could get that curl, but it still doesn't replicate the surface.
No, you can't do it. The arena ice surface here feels so different underfoot.
So just
I think we need peel, because if we're gonna stick and get that to go.
Sure.
3/4, roll it high.
Yep.
Yep. The importance of the high, hard weight that the Homan team can throw. She's actually got the luxury of hitting this dead on and still getting it out, which allows them to sit 3.
Okay.
Skip stones.
Yep. Hard.
She runs it right through the hole. On her game, you bet.
And it looks like you threw it threw it a little safe, not a ton, but it just is nothing. Yeah, you can let it go nose and float it out. Okay, good.
She threw it safe, really.
Yeah, I think they were actually trying to nose it, and you had to miss it that way. You miss it the other way, you jam it.
And she has to hit.
Now what do you do, Cheryl? Do you play that double and try to roll buried, or
I don't know.
freeze again?
Gotta try and get 2, like one's not the best, right?
I know, but
I think you kind of have to move
well,
those.
Kendra said the roll.
Like the double.
Like the double and flip up, but
Roll up.
Either that or, I mean, the hit and roll, I don't think it's tapped as much for us at this point.
And we just have to score. You hate to hit.
Well, we're just thinking of drawing here.
I know, but not to say if you ever come up light or we have to score is all I'm thinking.
I don't mind the draw or the hit and roll.
I'm just thinking at 7th end, we got to try and get 2.
Yep. I don't mind the draw. I mean, we could, if we roll over here, we can still be shot.
Hit and roll, whatever.
It's true.
Or you could hit and roll onto that.
Well, we could play, I mean, I threw here.
Yep.
It was a little bit wider. We can go 10.
Yeah.
Make sure we roll.
You'd have to get one of those out of there.
Yes.
So either the hit and roll or the double hit and roll.
Right. I think this would be the best shot, but awfully hard. And then you've got to. You really need to get your red one over on this side, because if Rachel comes down and gets it, then if you've got one that, let's say Rachel gets you out, and then you've got an angle on this one, so you can make the double and roll into the rings. So there's 2 ways to do it, and they're going to take the easier way. They're going to hit the shot rock and try to roll buried, but you've got to get over in that left-hand half.
I know Krista wanted to draw because you know when you're down, it's against everything you know to be hitting, but you can't really leave. How will you ever deal with those shot stones?
Yeah, no, it'd be higher.
Well, it kind of does both.
McCarville has thrown it well tonight. She's curling 92% on her hits, 83% on her draws. Boy. Oh, boy.
She was really down.
Yep.
I told you we hit that. Make sure
Kirsten.
they can't play a double.
Just to make sure, right? Yeah.
All you do is just wait, Chris.
Just normal then. Okay, give it
There?
a chance.
Yeah.
Middle, yeah.
Now you're going to be forced for all intents and purposes.
Normal. Okay. It's not going to do anything. Normal? Yeah. Okay. I mean, we haven't been out here a long time, so stay with it.
Yeah, let's stay close.
Roll it over. In the middle. Make sure. Okay. Normal.
A good talk there also. They haven't been out here in a while, so that means the ice could get a little stale, a little bit more friction possibly.
Weight's good. Whoa. Okay, keep it clean. Make sure it doesn't pick. We're rolling up. It's good, Rach.
Hey, Rach. Go. even release it.
Too steep, too risky to try it, or is it even there?
Yeah, you could. You could play the double, but chances are if you played the double, you'd stay. And the odds of double and rolling out would be, I don't know, 5% maybe. It's there.
So just hit it. If you're going to do that and stay, then you may as well just hit and get one this way, I guess.
You stay alive by scoring here. You try the double and miss it.
A little solid, maybe. Clean.
Yep. Clean.
Whoa! No! 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 No!
Sarah,
No! No!
Sarah. Hard.
Final stone.
Nice shot.
And we'll sit there for the single. Northern Ontario really wanted 2. Well, Chase Elliott has the pole for the Daytona 500. New NASCAR season gets underway tomorrow. Begins at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on TSN 1, 4, and 5. DJ Kennington, 2-time NASCAR Canada champion, and his all-Canadian team, the Gaunt brothers, and he'll start 28. So look forward to that. So far, we haven't had to use the measure. Ontario leads it 6-3. Northern Ontario scoring that single. Really, you have to think they wanted 2. They probably really needed 2. Ontario's that difficult a team to come back on. Here in the 8th, it will be Rachel Homan that does once again have last rock. She has the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
Okay, good. Good, sweet. Good shot.
Yeah, not a good idea. Leave it
Well,
on.
by taking a point, you get the opportunity to throw up a couple guards if Lisa doesn't make both the ticks.
You had to ruin it, eh?
I did. I had to take the chance away.
Again, maybe a back 8-foot weight, maybe back line at most.
Stop. 10. I don't know what to do. M.
She's going to bang it right on the nose. Just gets across. And she'll just chip it in. T-line, edge of the 4.
That's a little bit of a chance.
Right in front of that one up there.
Yeah.
Now, it's crucial to guard the yellow Ontario rock, because if you don't, Ontario can remove their own rock, even though it's in that free guard zone. Always remember, you can do what you want with your own rock. And that's what Homan would probably do, try to get rid of the yellow and try to angle it on the Northern Ontario rock if they get the
Hold
chance.
the line. Line's good.
Line's good.
Whoa, easy guys. It's gonna over curl a little, I think. Whoa. Don't want it to curl. Sit.
Sarah Potts. And now it has Rachel Homan thinking.
Normal?
Can't see enough of the yellow.
Normal down? You got at least. It's okay.
So hit the one that's easy.
Weight's good. Yeah. Down normal. Yeah. Clean. Yep. No.
Clean. Yep.
Really good. Shot, Lise.
Splash.
I like leaving it there, Cheryl. We always talk about don't leave rocks around when you're up 3 like this, but that's an in-off for Rachel if she needs it. Northern Ontario can obviously use it too, but they've got to get something buried first.
So in burying it, do you want to be shot stone, or would you take it buried top 8?
Well, I think at this point, this early in the end, top 8's fine, but at some point in time, they have to be shot stone in that 4-foot area.
This is a little bit warm.
This is the execution.
It's trying. Good
Give
shot,
him the
Ash.
chance.
Okay,
You have
Sorry,
to
guys.
execute.
This way.
She slips deep.
Okay, that's good. One.
Pretty much didn't matter where they ended up on that stone. This was always going to be the next call. Try and open it up.
Yeah, gotta go. Whoa. Hard. Whoa.
Joanne Courtney.
Roll it big. Okay. Good.
And roll it big. Now you put it back?
Yep.
Make it better.
She called it in,
Do you ever like in?
I guess then they have a lot of chances at the run
Seems too
back.
early.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fine.
I like one more guard personally.
No, we can go out.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, one actually right up here. Yeah.
Yep.
These are tough to throw. You just want it over the hog.
Line might be a little tight.
Weight's good.
Line's good.
Definitely
Don't
over.
want to. We're
No.
halfway. Looks like lots.
Yeah.
It's got to sit.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
You're real close.
It's like a thin half or a third?
Half, yeah.
You don't see this too often,
Like
but Joanne does it
2/3
on a regular
jams.
basis,
So
doesn't she?
half will go just over top, and a third will get it clean. So even if
Okay.
you're half and you're over there, it's not awful.
Okay, so a third to a half.
This will run straight through.
Yeah, I feel like go about where I need to
We
hit
can
it.
maybe let it come up an inch. That's it.
Okay.
Joanne's the one that has to execute this. You don't
Half
want to be down the
yeah.
far end going, I wonder where I
Third
have to
gets
really
it,
hit that.
Half jams it, but it rolls over.
Okay.
We can hold it here.
Yeah.
Aim for
Thick
half.
half.
This might come up, she thinks, like an inch.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Close.
Close. No.
Don't need to.
It's close.
Joanne Courtney.
Close.
Get out of there.
Good. Beauty.
And gets them both. That's her strength. That's why she was recruited. Rushing ability, that upweight ability.
Just straight peel range.
A lot of that upweight ability is just her fitness level. She doesn't have to arm anything. She's got huge leg drive when she comes out of the hack.
Good halfway.
Yeah. Tight.
No.
Now that scary situation where you have a single guard to
Tight on its own.
try to save that back one for a while.
Go, Sarah.
You know, we talk often about
Yep, hard.
teams
Gotta
and
go.
players that
Really
raise
hard.
the bar.
Hard.
Jill
Keep
Officer,
going. Go, 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 go.
I would suggest, was the
Okay,
first
good. Very tight.
at the second stone in the women's game that was able to, with the leg drive, overcome what people said you couldn't do physically.
I would agree.
Okay, and she raised the bar, and now here comes Joanne Courtney, and others have followed it. And this week we heard from teams that
They can take it clean.
can play well. Marla Mallet, for example. Mary Matatol from Nova Scotia.
Nice.
We haven't seen her since 2005 when she represented the Blue Nosers, and she says, can't believe the level of the women's game.
It's I think, and being away from the game for a couple of years like Marla was, I think it's shocking to come back and see the weight, the fitness level, the brushing ability.
Definitely less.
Where?
Little higher. Not, still don't want to go though.
Even
Okay, go,
something as
Sarah, you
simple
gotta
as the
go.
awareness of
You gotta
all
go.
4 members of the team.
Do you think I can
No
help you?
question
Not
about
really.
it.
You gotta go. Keep going. Keep going.
Go, Sarah.
hard, hard, hard.
We always
Keep
used to
going.
say
Keep going. Go, 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 go.
a few
hard.
years back that
hard.
the only real difference is the ability to throw it hard between the men and the women. Well, that's changing. It's changing in a hurry.
It is.
Let's just be quick getting up there.
The rocks that the Canadian Curling Association use, the World Curling Association use, also help men and women with the. They're so lively.
Let it come up a bit if we can.
This isn't thrown nearly as hard. Watch this spin when it hits,
It's good, Em.
and it just keeps going and going and going.
Shooting. Throwing like an up normal, no point
Oh,
in
and
falling.
the ice surface has improved over the years.
Like I would give you here.
So she can't bump it out, but
She'll peel hair less, or?
yeah, we were finishing both of them.
Yeah.
Well, as mentioned, it's not as if they're playing badly. One bad end for Northern Ontario. That 4 really changed the dynamic of the game. numbers are good by both. In fact, by both teams. Everyone is in the 80s or above. All 8 players. The player numbers are brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella.
You have to steal, Cheryl, wouldn't you think? So I think you're going to see maybe even 2 guards.
I don't think you have a choice. It's so late.
Go, Sarah. Hard. Keep going. Hard. Hard.
Keep going, keep going.
Hard.
Hard. Okay.
Good.
Good sweep shot. Sorry, my fault. Good shot, Krista. Really nice. Do that again. Yeah. Here, peel it off. Yeah.
It doesn't move. Emma's really easy to do. Yeah. Like we got a steal in, right? So.
How do you do that, Krista McCarville?
It's way more than
Clean.
Rachel Homan.
Clean. Nice throw, Rach.
Clean, even dragged it out.
Wow.
Nice, Rach. Drop. Throw. Do you like that?
I mean, because she only has to tap that there for 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I suggested earlier about this yellow that was left into a really good spot, because if Team McCarville had played to come around, which they did, and stopped in a better position,
We can hit and just give her one.
then there would have been an in-off if Homan had to.
Spot,
In fact, they went
Well,
deep,
a
would be a
little
tough
deeper.
in-off now. But
Well, because she can come around and tap it.
Yeah.
She only has to tap it this
I
way
know,
for
right?
2.
Yeah.
So we're going full 12.
Okay.
This is
She wants to run it. I mean, she's got to
Yeah,
hope
I
she
think,
misses,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. I like it.
forced to throw this in the rings because if it's any higher, it's just an easy, there's so much swing on this ice, just an easy tap.
you might see Rachel play the in-turn come around, and she can fracture off that yellow one if she has to. Or take on the double, depending how tight it is.
Where are we?
I think we'll be top 12. Gotta go for top 12.
Okay, go.
Mine's good.
Final stone for Northern Ontario.
Where are you? Tight.
Hard then.
Krista McCarville.
Sarah.
No, no, no. Whoa, no.
Yep, Sarah, go, 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 go. Whoa.
Whoa, no.
Get around that.
You can. This is the turn. This moves.
Same way. Move it far. Here left. Right here, guys. Like it's dead buried.
We're coming off here. It's okay.
Yeah, there you go.
We're just looking
If
for
it's
back
hanging, if it's hanging, we can wick right there.
Back 12.
I don't know that this turn hangs. This moves pretty good
Okay,
here.
so we're trying to just play the straight bump, but if it hangs.
The key here is the speed. If you throw back 8-foot weight, a lot of good things can happen. You can be a little bit wide or heavy, and that means you'll be wide and you'll kick off. If it gets by, you've got the tap for 2. And if the line's wide, you don't sweep it at all, and you just simply draw for your single point.
Anything in here is pretty good.
Yeah, I just think
Kind of like back 8, no more.
a long time to get
Okay,
there.
here, positive?
Yeah.
Hey, I
You
like
don't
it.
have to score 2 here, but
With weight,
obviously
you can get it to hang.
Yeah. Yeah.
you try.
I'll be
So
out
maybe
there.
T-line weight and give it to Joanne.
We talked about throwing it positive, which is some good, a little bit back because of the curl here. And they know they have options.
There's
Be
no
tight, you don't want to be tight.
Yeah, there's no hole, is there?
If you're
So
drawing
No.
for T-line, it's about a 14.5. Kind of what I've been throwing, eh?
Yeah, nice extension.
That extra over there is probably close. Yeah, actually, I like that weight. Push me real close. Weight's close.
Right now, it's a stolen point for Northern Ontario.
Gotta go for weight. 9.
They think they've got this. Maybe Rachel Homan pulled a little string on this. Is this going to be all over the card?
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, Rach, that's fine.
Look at that.
Like T-line.
That'll get the moose loose. Northern Ontario at 8 will steal 1. They're not done yet. the Horseshoe Falls. Beautiful any time of year. A reminder that a new season of The Voice with Gwen Stefani begins Monday at 8, 7 Central on CTV. There's the Horseshoe Falls. There's the American Falls. As we look from the Canadian side, it is the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. We are in St. Catharines, in the Niagara region. That steal of one gives hope to Northern Ontario. They still trail it by 2. Ontario leads it. And once again, Rachel Homan and the team from the Ottawa Curling Club will have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Rachel's delicate come around tap on the outturn side. Slowed down and over curled. Exact same shot Krista played to try to prevent the 4. Steal of 1, and for Krista it was a big 4-ender. That's kind of the difference, but that shot really goes crazy on the outturn side.
Well, and especially with the down weight. This is what we watched McCarville's team do last year. Come back,
Oh, yeah.
steal, sneaky.
Nice shot.
Nobody's told them it's over.
Nope.
You know, it's stealing 1's not impossible. We just watched it. Can you do it 3 more times though?
Same weight. No. Don't want to call yet.
Took the red or the yellow, either one.
10.
Need to hit more of it for 10.
Let me sweep it.
Yep, both. Go for weight, go for weight.
Roll it off. Yep, yep, yep.
Very nice.
Right up it.
Yeah, shot.
Yeah, very much so.
Me, yeah.
Yeah, hold it out there.
They'll continue to protect the yellow, Cheryl.
I think so. I think he's throwing guards until late in the end.
Okay,
You know,
it's
so tough against Homan if you bring anything in too early and they get a chance to run at everything.
As high as we can. We're high.
That, red one at the back is half buried.
Okay.
You see it in the play there now, and get another one in there. Rachel might have to draw.
Make them look at 2.
Like
Yeah.
3/4, eh?
Stranger things have happened.
Well, I was surprised how
three-quarters?
light Rachel was on her last one. She had a lot of options with, and it seemed to catch her by surprise. She had a lot of options with anything back 4, back 8.
No, never.
Yep, yep, yep.
Nice throw. Same weight, Ash.
Both teams having enough trouble trying to take enough ice in these.
Yep, hold it out there.
It's good.
Yep, you gotta hold it out there. Keep going on it.
We're over.
Okay, whoa, 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 over and off.
The patience
a little deeper.
that you have to show here if you're Northern Ontario, Cheryl. You know, just to put everything up, you can't go in. This is the routine. Just keep doing it.
And Krista's the perfect skip for it. We've watched her. She'll just wait and wait, and I think that translates down to the team. Nobody panics. Keep throwing up stones. Be patient. You'll get an opportunity.
No, 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 no.
98%.
I wonder where she missed.
She's just real positive, so they're floating.
Hey,
Return to the
yeah.
to St. Catharines for Joanne. Actually, she played in the Canadian Juniors here back in 2007.
Joanne says that she's never had the opportunity to play in front of a home crowd, so she said this was pretty
a little deeper than we'd like, but
exciting for her to come into this as the home team, or one of the 2 home teams.
can't really go.
No need to go. Nice.
Sit.
Line sit.
Good shot, Kendra. Very nice. Good throw. Yeah, that was pretty close piece. It's too close.
Look where that broom is. So they tried to high side it. She has to be 4 or 5 inches wide to make it.
No. Close. Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Emma miscue.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Got it? Yes, she does. Wow.
That's the release he needed.
It looks scary. And then it's just like
The second one, I'm like, way closer. Oh, not even.
Well, the first one you very like.
About the same.
About the same, yeah. A little more line.
We're a little deeper or no?
Little hair deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close to it. Little deeper? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Close.
Can't really.
Close to it.
Sit.
Oh, it's gotta sit.
Sit. Sit.
Sit. Sit. Sit. Sit. Sit. Okay.
We talk a lot at these events that this late in the game after 2 10-minute practices that you got to watch that slide path can slow down a bit. Not with Dave Merklinger's ice. It's been fantastic. If it's slowed down, it's almost undetectable.
No, no, no. Just nice throw up.
It's wider.
Good, Em. Good shooting.
Time to curve one in there.
Great job.
I went out here and
It's crazy.
forever.
I know, I kind of turned that one too. Let me. I almost
Ash,
feel a little
what do you
scared.
think? I'm thinking that 90. You? All right, let's bury this.
Okay, we know this
Let's
spot.
bury this.
Get probably a solid. Yeah.
Trying to steal their way back into it.
Like back probably because it's so tight. Because it's tight guard. So it's probably back.
Almost the
back
identical shot
buried.
in N5, and they buried 2/3 of it, and Rachel was able to get it out of there and stay, creating another 2-ender.
Yeah, they don't even mind if this is back 4. Some separation is good, and this run's pretty easy for Rachel if there's not a fair bit of separation.
You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Line's good.
Room. Weight's good. Room.
It's gonna be you, Sarah.
Close, Sarah.
Yep.
Line's
Line's
great.
now.
Go, Sarah.
Hard,
You
Sarah.
can.
Keep it going.
Go
keep it going.
easy.
Thing to keep in mind too is that Rachel Homan hasn't thrown many draws. Just the 3,
Came out the other side.
and for only 67%.
Great throw, Krista.
It's a concern when you get up. We talked about that the other day. When you get up in a game and you are throwing a lot of hits and the other team comes back, it can get a little scary figuring the weight out again.
Make sure what?
That we're only hitting against 1 or something. But if we just straight peel it off, she's gonna guard it again.
Do you like the run?
I like the run.
Okay.
You made it in practice.
Okay. Just an easy peel because we can hold it. Yeah. Obviously. Okay.
Yeah, they
Roll
can
highs,
hold
okay.
it when
Yeah,
you've got
just
the likes
the
of
inside
Lisa
of it
Weigel
anyway.
and Joanne Courtney on the brush. That's where this team and others at this level, they're not afraid, Russ, because they've got the talent around
That
them.
one a good
Throw
kill.
anything.
Just easy
Right.
kill.
We
Yeah.
believe we can make it.
No question.
How are you throwing it? Just through.
I think that just gives you
No
another
release.
level of aggressiveness, having that, brushing the talent.
You can keep the speed up here. You don't want to just miss it by a fraction, not roll very far. If you miss the run back, you want to get out of there.
Yep. Real close. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Really close, and here they go.
Joe.
Weigel, Courtney. Can you run this one back? Can you? Oh, and they'll just run it by.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Now,
Nice one.
where that shooter ended up.
It's in your way.
Watch where this goes, Russ.
Yeah. It kind of will probably stop the draw, but I don't think you're going to see Rachel throw a draw. 2 up. Krista will probably go top 12, and then she'll play the double, try the double. If she misses it, she's still one up with Hammer coming home. Don't think you'll draw against 2 with the score the way it is. Krista's got to get this in the rings. The last couple of guards have been short for her.
4, 4, 5. Okay, tight.
Do you want to line them up, Cheryl, or would you just like to leave something showing so that if they run it back, they have to do it on an angle?
I actually don't think she's coming in the ring.
Short.
I think she's coming short.
Okay.
Yeah, a little short, and then the run back's made. You only score 1 if you're Homan, but 1's a lot.
It is. Oh,
Quite a bit.
Where are you?
Talking
We're
about
in
being
right
a fair
now.
bit.
We're very in.
We're almost to it. How far in?
Like
We're
to
to
it.
it. Oh.
Whoa. Like.
Can we freeze it?
Line it right up. It'd be your only hope.
Freeze it right on.
Well, it's gonna bump.
And it's going to be there anyway.
Okay.
Bang it.
That was real hard.
And that just may be the game.
Middle of the rock. Yeah, high side's fine.
Boy, those moments when the execution let them down. Go back to the 4th, right there. Leave it high.
Just harder than the last.
Okay. My last one was careful.
Yeah.
You can pick in a game, any game, Russ.
Reach.
2 or 3 moments.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, they press the envelope in number 2. Krista was going to have to make a real good one, and if she does, they get out of it, but they didn't. And this team's too good with a 4-point lead.
Final stone.
Whoa.
Ontario is sitting 1, just top edge of the 12.
Whoa. Okay, it's good.
Bang. And away they go, and they'll add 1 more. Seven, 4, Ontario. Trying to put themselves into the Scotties final.
The 2017 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. The 2017 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. By Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. And by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
On this semifinal Saturday night in St. Catharines. The winner moving on to the championship final tomorrow night. Manitoba, Michelle Englot is waiting. Right now it looks like it will be a rematch of the 1-2 page playoff of last evening. As Ontario is in control, they lead by 3.
Get them even.
Northern Ontario, Krista McCarville does have the last rock. Playing the Redstones here as they're coming home. Up went a corner, and both the lead stones for Ontario, as you might imagine, with that lead, are already at the bumper.
Two guards, 3's a possibility. Need a bit of help from Homan.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 nose hit.
Clean. Clean.
Yeah, that second. That's the difference. Just the lack of execution. Maybe pushing, as Russ says, the envelope to give up the 4. And then again in 9, missing the draw and coming too deep. And that is the difference. 7-4. Ontario leads it. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Hard, you gotta go. Hard. You got it. Go. Okay. Okay.
I almost called you Ray. Sorry about that. We send our best to Ray and to Linda. I know they're probably watching. Yeah, that's disappointed.
Barely
Looking Krista McCarville. Particularly after that win today, when they took advantage, obviously, of a team that was off their game in Team Canada. Sports Center is coming up. Spring training games are underway. Lots of hockey on a Saturday night. Probably a Daytona preview. PGA's down in Florida. Graham Dillette was in contention.
It's all there. We're here. Double.
It's just the way the game unfolds sometimes, isn't it? You could make a case that Krista McCarville was as good as any team here for sure, and you could say the same thing about Chelsea Carey, and they're in the looking at the bronze medal game if there's not an error here somewhere.
Yeah, we got it.
The top four were so close.
Oh, they were, you know, and Krista, they came out and put pressure on today, and Chelsea, you know, in her defense did struggle. But really, this game,
pretty big.
I was hoping, you know, Krista comes out, they play the same game they did. They have great percentage, but it was just one end and one shot. And like you said, maybe early without hammer, you call a couple different shots. Don't risk, because with Homan, any lead, and then you're really pushing your team to make some perfect shots for the rest of the game.
Let's go, Kendra. Let's make it good.
I think we can go right back with it. So
yeah. Should be right up here, though.
Like at the quickest spot.
Well done. They identified that the inside out area is really quick.
Force her back. I'm not calling it back. Mine's good.
Weight's good.
Room.
Room.
Mine's good, though.
Weight's good. Right back.
Back. It's got to be back. Go, Ash. Go hard. It's got to be back. Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Keep going. Keep going.
And around she goes.
Okay, let's see.
Good shot, Kendra.
Very nice. Kendra Lilly.
Nice play.
Good shot, Kendra. Yeah, it's just flat back here.
Clean. Clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean.
In the entire team, this Homan team, when you consider the ticks by Weagle, the upweight shots by Courtney, the line calls, and a couple of the run backs by Miscue, and then Homan's overall shot making.
Well, I think it felt a little.
It's been a terrific team game.
I slid probably 3/4 and straightened it. Okay.
They looked relaxed out there. Helps when you get a 4, but you know, they looked relaxed, trying to breathe.
Your line's good.
Oh, let it curl.
Got to curl a little.
Allows better execution for sure.
Hi.
Yeah. Ash.
Ash, go.
Gotta go.
Hard. At least halfway, guys. Gotta go. Gotta go. Really hard. Gotta go. Hard. Keep going. Okay.
I don't think Rachel even look at the back one, even though you can see a small half. If you roll this anywhere, you're going to avoid him hit.
Well, McCarville will now have to make them count. She's down by 3.
Here, each.
1 in the rings.
Yeah, we'll keep a broom on it.
2 to come.
Tired, so hey. No break point really. Pretty big, Queen. Really nice, Ray.
What do you think? What do you think she needs? What do you think she needs?
Spread them out one on either side and then shut the power off.
Somebody had power failure. And
Let's make it. Is it any quicker?
do you remember that a few years ago? Was it the Briar?
Nicer, like 95 gets there. Okay.
I think it was Guy.
It was Guy Hemmings from Quebec. My goodness, yeah.
Wayne Madaw.
Didn't he sneak a rock back in when the...
I don't know about that, but he went and changed the scoreboard.
Yeah. Oh, it was a scoreboard.
There was a power failure.
Like
there was Hemmings in the...
I love that.
Yeah. It was very funny.
That's good. Line's good. Curling now. Really curling. Going hard.
Oh, you got to get it there, girls. You got to get it there, ladies.
Nice shot. Good sweep.
And good sweep indeed. And now a chance to end it. And run Northern Ontario out of stones. And Miscue puts the brush down.
How are you throwing that? Straight through. Okay.
Here, H.
Straight through. Yeah.
Straight through your nose.
Rachel Homan. As the crowd responds, the hand goes up. And Ontario and Rachel Homan will move on. And a rematch with Manitoba make the final 7-5. And they're now on to the gold medal game of this year's Scotties. An impressive performance.
Thank you very much.
And last year's runner-up, Northern Ontario, and Krista McCarville will regroup for a rematch with Team Canada and tomorrow's bronze medal game. So that comes your way tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Team Canada, Northern Ontario, they met in last year's final, but tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time, the championship final, Manitoba against Ontario. So 2:30 on TSN 3, Chelsea Carey against Krista McCarville for the bronze medal at this year's Scotties. Northern Ontario, the North against the South, and the South prevails on this semi-final Saturday here in St. Catharines. And now we look ahead to our final day of this year's Scotties. Until then, thank you for joining us here on Canada's sports leader, TSN Sports Center. Next.